Okay, so right here we're, if you have a master map, I guess, with you, we're parked at the west side of tract 9. There's the trail that goes north to tract 6, 7, and 8, but we're going to continue to head easterly or southeasterly on kind of the main trail here, and that's going to take us to the property in just a few hundred yards. It is beautiful out today. It's the middle of winter, but it's in the mid-60s. We've got fairly blue skies. We've seen deer, we've seen turkey. We've found some really cool stuff on the couple tracts that we've checked out already. And we're on the way to check out, it looks like tract 12. And I've got my MapRight map open on the iPad. And there's a little blue dot that's indicating exactly where we are, so it's super easy to use. It's a free app. If you get the MapRight app on your smartphone, we can email you the link to the interactive map, and then if you open that within the app, you'll have that little dot to show exactly where you are. And when you're looking at a property, it's great because it also shows the roads. And then when you're walking the property itself, it's great too, because it'll show you the boundaries and where you are and where the adjoining land is, and out here the Corps of Engineer land and all that good stuff. So super nice. We've come to a Y in the road. We're going to stay to the left. And now we are very close to the property. Looking at the map here, we've got about 100 feet or so. Now this is one of the tracts that directly fronts the Corps of Engineer land. In fact, this has more frontage than the average tract. Its entire north line fronts the Corps land, and it's roughly square in shape. I guess maybe like a trapezoid, but it sits really nicely. Good dimensions on this tract. Okay, so now we're at about the southwest corner here of the property, and we're going to keep going to the east. It looks like it rises up a little bit as we head to the east. And again, the land is on the left. It appears to be level coming off the road, and then like everything on a peninsula, it slopes down as you get closer to the water. And we could really, we could stop anywhere and take a look here. Level going back to the north, and then starts to gently slope as you get closer to the lake. We're about in the middle of the road frontage, roughly. Probably as good a place as any to stop and take a little walk. If we keep going, you'll see that large open meadow up there. So that's a good landmark. That is just past the property. The meadow is. Okay, so as we look to the east, that's the land on the left side of the easement road. And there is an enormous oak tree. That is a big one. Let's take a walk here. That is a really big tree. I love finding the mature. That is over 30 inches in diameter. And that's a big, big, big tree to be 30 plus inches. Monstrous oak tree. You'll have all types of timber on this property. You'll have oaks, cedars, hickories, a ton of species that I can't identify, I'm sure. You're going to have surprises on a property this size. You're going to find some cool stuff. Oh, and actually, speaking of, here's an ancient rock wall in the middle of nowhere. Look at that. That's interesting. My best guess is that this dates back to when they were clearing that meadow up there, is that they piled the rocks, but generally they would do it in piles, not a long wall like this. So I really can't explain this. It goes at least 100 feet in that direction. I can't really tell in this direction, but it goes a good distance, so that's interesting. I don't know what the story is on this ancient rock wall. Very cool though. Big cedar trees up there, big hardwood tree. And now we're beginning to slope down as we get closer toward the Corps of Engineer land and the water. We'll do a drone video in a minute, not in a minute, in a few minutes, and then we'll put that on the listing page. I unfortunately crashed the drone about half an hour ago, so we do have a little backup drone, but I don't really know how to fly that. But anyway, we'll get some kind of drone video for everybody. I backed the drone into a cedar tree about 30 feet in the air, and it tumbled to the ground and broke. So that was interesting. I was at least kind of grateful that it was me and not one of the guys, because they would have felt terrible. I mean, at least I feel terrible, but I get to blame myself for it. So now this is leveled off a little bit. You're going to have all types of potential building sites on here. This is one of many, but I mean, we're several hundred feet off the road, so you're well out of the setback easement. You've got a level area, you've got trees. Now, with topography like this, if we were to clear a swath of trees, I would assume you'd be looking at the lake, just because of the way this land slopes. Actually, when we do the drone video, that'll help us with that to really see. But I think you could just clear trees on your own property and have a lake view on this one. A lot of nice cedar trees here, cedars and hardwoods. Really nice. So we'll do the drone video. You can check us out at InstantAcres.com. Like I said before, this has a lot of frontage on the core line, much more than the average property out here. It sits nicely. It's more or less square in shape. It's not long and thin like a lot of these. So if you've been looking for something like that, this might be the tract for you. Feel free to come out and take a look. Get a hold of us at sales@instantacres.com or call us, and we can get you the combo for the lock. There's generally a gate or a cable up at the start of the easement road. But then you can come on down and you can spend the day out here. If you have some jet skis, there's a couple places you can put those into the lake. Or a pontoon is good, or bass boat, obviously, any of those. You can fish all year in Bull Shoals. You want to buy a combo license for Missouri and Arkansas, because depending on which way you go with your boat, you could easily be in one state or the other within a minute or two. So it's like an extra $10 to get the double. But anyway, yeah, let us know what you think. InstantAcres.com. We would love to hear from you.